What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to War Commander Unshackled updates, shadow ups, and brand new air. Well, the maintenance is still going on, but we have access to the update notes now, so I'll quickly go through those and get it on the screen share while I post a YouTube link to everybody else in the panel. Tonight we have David the Douche. We have Wild-Eyed Double Phoenix. We have Fear the Peel. We have Iron Man. We, of course, have the legendary Tech Ninja Dez. We have Satan. We have Venom. We have Mothman. We have the legendary crazy bastard himself, Mr. Shadow Killer, and myself, the immortal Dr. Phil. Now, well, we got a preview of the new unit last night, thanks to the wonderful Skipjack. We got to look at the Herald, but we have the bug fixes for today, being the Shadow Ops campaign will start off tomorrow. The Corpus World map icon has been updated with Shadow's image. So Shadow the Transvestite now has a Corpus image. We only don't have anything else to add to the updates other than the bug fixes.
Haha.
Yeah, thank you. War efforts contained a minor spelling error. All right. If that's a bug fix, then I don't know, honestly.
That was laughable.
Yes. Event trophies require an empty build queue to be placed. I don't know if they've took it away or put it back. But, well, they require a build queue now. Which is annoying, but, fuck it. What can you do? Debug text appears for one of the Warhawk's components. The only thing that is useful for is to anybody that uses Warhawks. And if you're still using Warhawks, you're about 5 years too late. Attempting to upgrade units while a building is upgrading shows debug text. That makes no sense to anybody who isn't in QA, so let's go to the next. Fury and Vindicator unit limits have been set to 99. So if you manage to get 99 Furies and 99 Vindicators, that's all you can build. But yeah, that's that one on the way. So, Shadow Ops, the Mile High Club is the new Shadow Ops campaign. Complete Tier 3 in 8 phases to earn the Herald, which is the usual. The Mile High Club will last for 10 weekly missions, same as usual. 3 into the 8 to the 8 of the 10 phases. So you've got to do Tier 3 8 times out of 10. Okay. During 4 phases, replays will increase the points by the following, which is the usual: 1,000, 3,000, and 4,000 per tier. 1 Herald part can be earned from each phase. Additional parts cannot be earned from replays. Not yet, anyway. Phases can be replayed for additional Shadow Ops arms caches. The arms caches will contain the components. Special Ops don't drop from the Shadow Ops bases. We are getting Vindicator components for the Shadow Ops. So, the deflection armor reduces damage taken while moving by 50%. Resistant armor reduces sustained damage taken by 50%. Burst mag component increases the clip size by 1. Quick load mag component increases reload speed by 50%. Artillery training component increases range by 25%. That'll put it at oh bloody hell!
No, it's 25,
that'll put it pretty
not
high.
25%.
Oh yeah, plus 25. Sorry, that's my fault. Thanks for the correction. I appreciate that. I don't want to get anything wrong, even though I just did. But it's been corrected, so it's plus 25 increase to range. That's pretty huge. And of course, the last one, exploit weakness component increases damage to vehicles by 200%. That's 200% increased damage to vehicles.
So much for the Juggernaut.
Oh boy.
So much you bring your Juggernaut. I'm a man.
Right.
Make him a
Let's see
bitch.
what that is. Herald is well armored, drops bombs, so it is a bomber. The high altitude unit, which means it can only be targeted by units or structures that are dedicated anti-air. Example, Hades and Hunters, Javelins, Heavy Flak. I would assume AA Plasma's in there because it is solely dedicated to anti-air, and Tempests. So Avalanches aren't going to hit it. Liberators aren't going to hit it. Acolytes aren't going to hit it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
It's better than the Phantom.
It's way better than the Phantom.
So for those of you that are going for the Omega Phantom and
Stop.
got it, stop.
Everybody told me that my Hades were junk. I should not upgrade my Hades.
Well, let's just put it this way. My Hades are going to get a very, very nice fast track into the top of my build queue.
Fuck it, they're still junk and Shadow sucks.
Shut up, Neil.
Take a gold Tempest or 80 any day.
I got mine to level
Some
8.
crazy shit.
Mine are max, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I
Is
focused on
any
my
of your
Hades.
shit not maxed, Satan?
Yes.
Warhawks don't
Let
count.
me. Yeah, I was gonna say, let me guess his war.
Here's ERMs.
My Valkyries are only level 8.
Oh, there you go.
That can be fixed real quick, right?
No, they can stay level 8. I don't need them.
Okay.
I mean, it's anything that is solely dedicated to anti-air.
Yes.
Will only
so
hit
just,
that
just
unit.
to clarify, anything that can
Oh.
say target ground and air won't hit it. Only things that target air only will hit it.
Air specific.
Even
And you're looking
I'm
for your
assuming
long
that
range,
even
right?
that's going to apply to turrets, so avalanches won't hit it, which is going to be really kind of cool.
It does say it can only be targeted by units or structures that are dedicated to anti-air.
Yep.
So unless
People
you've got even your rockets won't hit it anymore from your rocket silo.
Yep.
AA
Not
You'll have
necessarily
Plasma.
dedicated to air. There's
I
the
think
Phoenix,
they
there's the
might
Earth
still do it.
Shatterer that's ground. There's
Time
the
to take
Unit
my
rocket
flood
that
off.
targets both. It's going. Oh my god.
Avalanche. I mean, not avalanche.
AA Plasma.
AA
Storm.
Plasma, Storm,
Storm. That's what I was thinking.
Heavy
At the
Flak,
same time,
Hunter.
At the same time, you've got to be careful swapping out to all those anti-airs. You don't want to leave yourself too open to ground.
Not if you got 200. No, if you got 200% damage on vehicles, you ain't got to worry about ground. With
20%
Howlers
damage
mixed in,
equals to what?
The
with Howlers?
Vindicator.
You see,
nah.
don't get too overexcited about swapping all your turrets over because this thing might just be weak. You might hit it 2 shots with a unit and it's dead. So don't get carried away just yet.
Hopefully it's not like a
Always-
Juggernaut. I
always
don't know, man. Look at a Juggernaut.
Wait till
Don't count your chickens until the patch. This
Yeah.
could go the
Got-
way of.
I mean, we're not going to see this for a couple of weeks at least. I mean, it took them, 5 weeks just to let everyone have the Juggernaut and see what a fucking beast good it was.
in 5 weeks' time, I'll come and test the maxed one in your base.
Feel free. We'll do it live.
And if it sucks, I'm not showing any fucker. Sorry.
Stingers with corrosion?
I'm thinking it's a coin door again.
Yeah.
It might just be the coin door.
It's the year.
No way
it's the
they're
year
gonna
of the
let us
Trojan.
control it. Because it'd be too OP if they let us control it.
But they're going to have to if it's slow
It's
moving.
gotta be controlled. Yeah, it's gotta be controlled. What is it?
Yep.
What do you do? You let it loose and it just goes after the CC, floats,
It
takes
doesn't
damage.
say
the entire
slow
time.
moving. The only we're gonna have to wait for some statistics.
It's got
So
6
it is.
fans. It's gotta be fast. Look how fast the
Sorry.
The type
Oh,
is
but-
gonna be
no, go ahead, Martha.
Hey,
Personally,
Doc,
I
you
speak
forgot
to
to
the
say
same.
one. You forgot to say one thing. The level 20s, 45s, and 70 bases have been updated yet again.
Of course they do. They update them every month, so you'll probably see the 60 is the 45 again. And probably, what did they have the last time? It was generally the high 100 plus bases for the 70. So yeah, they'll probably do the same thing again.
I can't wait to see the boss base.
See, another thing with this
There's
new
no mention of the boss base.
They'll drop a boss base.
No mention of a boss base.
Another thing with this new air is it's not going to be too hard to kill because in the description it only drops its bombs on stuff directly below it. So you can have plenty of time to kill it before it even gets to you.
That's a good point.
Unless it's got high health.
Too bad you can't run circles
It'll be
around
a
it with
shadow
your
ops unit that you always have massive health.
It has to have high health because it's designed to have to fly straight into attrition or right into to damage in order to get over top of its target.
It's
going
going
to have to sustain.
going to be huge.
And my question is going to be, what's the repair time going to be?
Probably
No,
about
probably
18
not.
hours.
15, 16, 18, something like that.
Yep.
I'm thinking it might be a wasted unit.
5-second repair time.
I think it'll definitely have its uses.
But it is a suicide. It's another suicide unit. It's you float it over shit and then drop
Not
and then float it over
necessarily.
even more shit.
It'll be gone. I'm more interested in the tech for the Vindicators than I am in that one.
I'm not going to be using Vindicators anyway, so I don't give a shit about them.
You say that now. You say that now.
Those things are fucking brutal.
KS just hit it right on the head. He
What?
says you can run circles with Hades. They fast moving.
I'm not good enough. Send your man over here.
Yes, but the Hades have to still stop to attack.
This is true, but
Avalanches cannot hit that unit, Dutch. It is
Stop
only
and go.
dedicated to things that are air only.
Stop
And
and
you're
go.
you're right. It does have to stop to shoot, but if it's that slow moving, then it doesn't matter because it's got a target underneath it. So you stop, you shoot, you move. You stop, you shoot,
but
you
you gotta-
move.
Depending on its size, you're also going to be carrying a whole bunch of other stuff with you.
Wait
You
for
get
the
4
next event, because
Yep.
I guarantee you'll have an upgraded Stinger or some kind of just anti-air unit to go in your bunker.
Yeah, they're
That
they're
would be
probably going
next.
to come out with a new torrent, a new anti-air only torrent or something. That's like bitch as fuck.
We could get upgrades to the plasma.
Maybe.
I don't know. Plasma's kind of annoying, boring.
Well, I'm really happy I've just put a maxed out blitz on my CC.
But that's
That's-
around the air.
That's useless.
Yeah, it will be now. You're going to have to
It-
go to the storm.
Yeah.
But this is some crazy bullshit. It is some crazy bullshit.
It's a nice idea, though. It is something different.
Achilles rockets.
They won't hit it
They might.
because they're grounded air.
Unless
No, it really says no bilateral, like no ground and air. It's specifically solely air. It says dedicated to anti-air.
Right.
I'll read it. The Terror of the Skies is a high altitude unit, which means it can only, in capital letters,
Mhm.
be targeted by units or structures that are dedicated to anti-air. For
Yes,
example,
correct.
the Hades and the Hunter missile, etc.,
But-
etc. So
but
that's
units-
the Hades, the Hunter, the heavy flak, javelins, stingers.
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna say this. This is my own opinion. Okay, I know Kixai in the past have had loose ideas of how they word things. Now,
Yeah.
I just want to bring this up.
Definitive.
Okay, I know it's very definitive. In a common understanding, it is very definitive. However, I just want to say this. Until I have the unit or see the unit, I am wary to say it is solely anti-air only weaponry and not things like the microwave or the avalanche, because what I want to refrain from jumping to the anti-air solely weaponry is to say this wording, the way that they've worded this, is to protect the fact that, for example, the Juggernaut can knock out the Titan's op when it blows up a target that it can't hit air. It cannot. But when you launch the bomb and it hits the ground,
Splash.
it'll destroy the air. So this might be, this is just my own personal statement because I'm kind of wishful thinking that other things will be able to hit this besides just avalanche, or not avalanche, excuse me, storm, etc. What I'm saying is this might be worded to the effect that things like the Juggernaut splash does not affect it. However, an anti-air weapon will. That's. I just want to leave that open page.
Yeah.
That's all.
And things like the Blitz and the Achilles and Achilles GS might still be able to hit it because they target uniques.
I was
Well,
just about to say that.
Yeah, the
They
GS,
might.
the GS, that also
That's-
until we or have this defined as a, well, I mean it's a SO unit, so it's going to be a uniques unit, but that wording might also reflect that the weapons that target uniques do not affect it. The weapons
Yeah,
that
it's a
target
wait and see.
ground do not affect it. So it's only things that hit air. So if it's
Yep.
if it's a thing that's supposed to target just uniques, but it doesn't say that it's supposed to target air uniques and ground uniques, it only targets uniques, that separates that weapon system out of
Well,
the
The Achilles GS does target all
Air.
uniques.
yeah, but
I know what you're saying, but it
Yeah.
is something that, like many other things, we're just going to have to wait and see.
yeah, I just like I said, my thing is it's just my brain works 1,000,000 miles a minute. My mouth works about 10 miles a day. So I start tripping over my own words, but I like to think in a broad swath of what it could mean rather than what it says. I try to read between the lines, and I know it makes things complicated for the people out there listening to me, but this is my opinion. I'd like to leave things open until we see it in action. But I agree 100%. It's probably written specifically to state it has to be an air definitive targeting system. So, like you said, Storm would work where other things wouldn't. Avalanche will not. Hunter will. But we'll see.
We're just going to have to
We'll
wait
see.
and see.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is kind
but
of,
you
I mean, it's a question that only Kixeye can answer if they decide they want to answer it for us, or
Well, Kixeye
not,
and
wait and
Kixeye
see.
and our community, once the unit's released into somebody's hands, and they can go through the paces we all go through to test it and see it.
I mean, it would be nice if they released like an awesome little video showing the units that or showing it like hitting a base or something. That would be nice.
Well, yeah, they'd have to do like two videos, one with it going over a base with certain anti-air and seeing that has no effect, and then going over another base with one or two of the
Thanks, David.
things that actually can do damage to it. So it gives us that idea of, okay, the Hunter missile's hitting it, but the avalanche isn't. A whole base filled with nothing but avalanches, and it doesn't even take a spot of damage. But then you go into a base with one Hunter, a couple of avalanches, and some, whatever, and all of a sudden now it's taking damage, and you know by, process of elimination, the Hunter's what's doing the damage to it.
The
Yeah.
That would be awesome
downside
for
is
them to put up.
if a person who knows how to utilize their units properly, those hunters are nothing. They're dead. They're gone.
Oh no,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know that, but what we're doing is just a descriptive video by Kixeye to lend light to what they're doing with this thing. This god awful.
If they're gonna drop this, they need to bring out the gold Tempest again.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And Killer General had a good point. We might even see a new turret next event.
New turret, new unit.
I said that.
Yeah. It's been stated already, but it's been stated again. More
I
new,
literally just said that.
new turrets.
You know,
Well, the one thing we haven't seen a Hunter style turret for the CC.
I really, really think they need to update the Stinger. That thing had insanely long range.
Well, the update to the Stinger was originally the Commando. Or, well, it used to be the Marksman, which was the sniper, then they made it the Commando.
The marksmen
down
are
that
so much
rabbit
better
hole.
than commandos.
Do a whole new Stinger and give it similar to the old Stinger range, but
Give it
in
the
a new
550.
setting.
give it the 550 range, give us some tech, and put it in the bunker.
Have Brandon's right.
It could potentially be the next faction unit. Or some
And,
kind of new, you know.
Looking at it too,
If this is the way, if this is the direction that Kitsai are going right now, this is the direction they're going to have to go. They're going to have to give us a counterbalance in the event before dropping this unit. So we've at least got a shot at taking it down.
Well,
Yep. It would make sense for them to release like another. Because I mean, we've had liberators, so we've had like the sustain, we've had the acolytes, which is the burst. So it only makes sense that potentially we get something that's
Area. We need
either area or just like anti-air.
well, I genuinely hope this new air is as it's described. So only certain things can hit it, because that'll change the strategy of the game again. And at minute, I
That's
think
the
strategy-wise, it's a bit stagnant.
Yeah, it is the description that we got last night, and we've seen the unit now. We've had a short description of what it is. But
Oh my god, I just had a terrible thought. Can you imagine if it bomb that it drops is like the Juggernaut bomb?
that would be ridiculous.
I'm guessing it will be. I'm guessing it will be.
ouch.
Oh yeah, that's a
You know,
terrible
though,
thought.
Something along those lines.
There's one thing we're all forgetting. This is tying into the problem that we posted earlier. The wrong thinker jumped on.
Yeah.
Which
That's a tie-in for the tech center upgrades.
Yeah, we'll be able to
Fucking
figure out.
matter. It doesn't matter that we're getting this unit. It really doesn't if you can't upgrade the fucking thing because you've got 50 other things you got to upgrade. So
Yep.
in all reality,
Man,
this new unit can suck my dick.
Right, I'm gonna read something the wrong thing posted. I'm screen sharing it, but he wanted to talk about the short term, and the long term. He recognizes in the long term that everything up to max level is basically impossible. Resume talks regarding the topic and the flow of content. He's not yet in the position to discuss the discussion since it's still ongoing, and he wants to acknowledge that this can be frustrating for players who want to max out every unit. Having said that, consider the short term. You don't actually need to max everything to play the game and be successful.
Oh my god.
Shut up, let me finish. Earlier levels take much less time than later levels, so he offers the advice: prioritize. Picking what you want to max out and don't max out is part of the intended strategy of the game. Prioritizing Apollos and Furies will lead to a very different strategy than prioritizing Acolytes and Purifiers. Neither strategy is wrong. If you can't really decide, then getting as many units as possible to the mid-levels is an option as well. You can get many more units to level 6 and 7 than you could to level 10. So pick and choose accordingly. Now, before Shadow goes off his fucking rocker, I wanna say a few things.
So do I.
You shut up, David. Let me finish. Right. This is a very, very toe-the-line company answer. I've seen it before, not just from Wrong Thinker, but from Soloco and from Doom Rooster and from Lex and from other community managers and other game teams before. Their decision hasn't been made. What it looks like to me at this point is he's trying to, how can I put it, deflect. Not deflect, no, that's the wrong word. He wants to help the player base, but there's something standing in his way. And the person that's standing in his way is fucking Will Harbin. And that's the problem, that if you go up against Harbin, you will be fired. Because it's happened before. And I really do not want to lose Wrong Thinker from the War Commander team. I don't want him. This is the thing. I'll go back to something that happened 6 months ago, 7 months ago, when I was still doing the other game and the other show. I was still on the Vega show, and I was still playing Vega. Vega had CM Lexi. Lexi had some things that were due to come out in the game. They were all scheduled for updates. They passed QA, and it was all ready to come out in the release. Harbin put a stop to it. Harbin said, no, it's not fucking happening. Lex challenged him, and Harbin struck him down. Lex fought again. 3 days later, Lex got the sack. That's not something that I want to happen to anybody, especially Wrong Thinker, because he is a developer. I have huge, massive respect for the guy, and I don't want to lose him from this team. If the discussion happens and the discussion is good, then it will go out sometime in the future, hopefully sooner rather than later. Now, on the other hand, if it doesn't, it's going to piss off just about everybody, and he's going to have to find a workaround for that. And I don't know if I'm going to like the workaround or not. The only thing they've done with this in the past was to unbottleneck the tech center by having the XP units. That was the only way around not splitting the ground and the air. But it needs to happen now. It needs to happen now more than ever before. Go nuts. Go nuts.
All right. My biggest thing is. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Got it.
Shadow.
Who's got the?
It's here. I'm trying to mute him.
New Shadow.
Try again.
All right. There. All right. The biggest problem I have here is at level 6 and 7, your units are still pieces of shit. All right. This is, I have mad respect for the man. He does a lot for the community, but he doesn't play the game like we do. And, that comment alone. That comment alone is what pisses me off more than anything else. Is that, for us to compete, you have to get, and most units are Omega. The big units are Omega units. That means they're going all the way up to level 30. What the fuck is 6 and 7? That's level 1. Even, I'm starting to list Alkalite and the new Survivor units are the only ones that go to level 10. The only ones. And for you to use all their tech, they have to be level 10. So him putting that comment there shows that he has no idea about how we play the game, what we need for the game, and how we compete with this game. All right, I understand where you're coming from, Phil. I get that. But, this has been a problem for years now.
Yeah.
Okay, for years. And, like I said, this new air unit, who gives a fuck when you still having to upgrade everything else? For us to compete, it has to be high level.
I'm still upgrading the Elite Titan to Omega status.
I have the Hydra.
In weeks.
And it's not even Omega. I can't even upgrade my Hydra to Omega because my tech center is locked down. This is bullshit. I'm sorry. Like I said, I got nothing but mad respect for him. Not at all. And I'm not trying. And I'm really trying here, guys. I'm really trying to be.
Okay.
Hold on.
We see it.
I am trying my damnedest to stay chillax.
Yes, you are.
But that shit pisses me off to no fucking extent.
It does. It annoys me as well that it has to come out like that.
I'm sorry, my fucking Omega unit, my Juggernaut, I can't. It's not even close to being elite. I still got 4 more levels before I can even start the elite phase of it.
Right. But
come on. That shows right there. That comment, that one little comment shows that he has no idea when it comes to the strategy of this game now. 3 years ago, he is absolutely right. Once you got your unit to level 6, you can use that bitch with no problems. Because that was when you reached the highest, where you reached max, just about max everything on it. Everything but I think damage, wasn't it? Max range was 6.
Yeah,
right.
Max range was 6, and it was just damage and speed for the rest of it.
Yeah, it was, little stuff. But now, fuck, level 6 is nothing. Absolutely nothing.
the only thing it does, if you're doing any of this new stuff, the Juggernaut, for instance, it doesn't get decent range until it's hit elite.
Elite, that's right.
It's
It
like
is a use.
290 at like one of the lower levels. I don't even know what the shortest range is, but the game's down, so I can't tell you what the short range is, because my Juggernaut is only level 1, and it will stay that way until I've got my Omega Tank.
Mine's level
270?
15.
I'm thinking it's 270.
And I coined it four levels last night live.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sorry, but he's wrong. He is, and this is where I wish, where I regret not being able to post up, because I would straight out tell him he's wrong. Level 6 is nothing now. It is nothing. It is a level 1. Until you hit elite status, 1 through 20 is garbage.
You might be talking about the new survivor units.
There's only 4 of them, though.
Referring to the survivor units, because they're badass at level 1.
Oh yeah, they are. I agree, but for you to
Thinking
get
that everyone's upgrading these new survivor units, and that we've stopped everything, and we're complaining about the survivor units because there's no way in the world he could be talking about these Omega units at level 6 or any decent.
That's where he's fucking up at.
The low range on the Juggernaut is 250.
250.
250.
Because I'm sorry, but the these new survivor units, to get all their tech, you got to have a level 10.
Yeah, you do.
And to use them to their best maximum capacity, not just to use them, but to use them to where they are badass, you have to have them at 10. I mean, you have no choice.
Have them at 10 for maximum use.
The issue is we're getting, okay, we've got the
We're
Apollos, we got the Acolytes and the Liberators, okay? Those are in your academy. That's a totally separate building right now, okay? Those can be maxed out by themselves, but now you get Purifiers, Hades,
Hammers,
Hammers,
the
Apollos, Furies,
Juggernaut, Titans, Sandstorm, everything.
Boom. That's there. The bottleneck is truly in the tech center. And with this comment, I hate to say it to Wrong Thinker, it's just you shouldn't have even made it, to be quite honest. Mad respect for you because you are a developer, you are a designer of the game. You have earned the respect of a lot of people because you actually get in the forums, you make the post, you answer the questions. But this comment shouldn't. This post shouldn't even been made, to be quite honest, because it's infuriating a lot of people because there is the bottleneck. You introduced 2 new units, an air and a ground unit, and you're telling us to pick and choose? You can't pick and choose on what to upgrade to level 6 or 7 or higher. It needs to be unlocked. We need to have something for upgrading the air and upgrading the ground. Unlock it to where you can do 2 simultaneous upgrades. Problem solved. But can that be done? That's the other question.
No, it can be done. It's just the big guy. It's the one person that dips his hands into fucking everything. If Harbin says no, that's it. That's end of discussion.
Yeah, well, Harbin needs to listen to this show.
Harbin doesn't fucking care. His focus right now is moving from browser and going to mobile. It was the same thing that happened to Vega. When Vega went mobile, he wanted to shut down the PC market. When Unity pulled the crap in the browser, they pulled it. He wanted to pull it permanently. But there's such a big following in Vega right now to the point where they couldn't do it. They had to go to Steam. They did go to Steam.
Well, Harbin, just so you hear this, there are ways of you making money right now through War Commander, through the web browser. It's whether or not you want to hear and listen to us.
Oh, he doesn't listen to this show. He doesn't listen to any of those shows.
Mobile's the next big thing. But the bubble's already burst on that device. You can only do so much on a phone or on a tablet. The true power is PC, and it always will be. And he's not getting that point.
Well, I feel if they do split it at any point, where air goes into one part for upgrades, vehicles into your tech centre, stuff like that, people will think, right, that's great. But you do realise they will then really massively up the upgrade times.
And that's another problem. You can expect huge upgrade times. Now, a couple of years ago, when they brought down the time for the upgrading of the mega tanks, I don't know if some of you were still around then, or were around back then, but they brought down the time on the original Elite Mega because it was like 3 weeks to upgrade, and they flat out promised never to do that again. And for a long time, they stuck to it. But now they've gone back into the old track, and that's not right. Yeah, they've brought down some of the times on the Titan and the Sandstorm, and they made the Elite and Omega Phantom fall in line with the new system. But when you're looking at 60 days from Elite to Omega, and then another 90 days to go from the Omega to Max, no, that's too much. It is too much.
Well,
and it doesn't include the God knows how many fucking weeks worth of upgrades that have gone into the new tech center, the new defense lab, the new levels on the platforms, and all of the new shit that they've thrown at you. Regardless of how they've done it, it gets too much. I mean, other than the CC, we haven't had building upgrades added for a while, which is good. And as long as they keep on this format and don't put anything out building-wise for about a year, you might have a chance of catching up. But other than that, it's not going to happen because the guys that want the stuff will have already coined it. And that's it. That'll be it. And they'll be wanting something else to do.
War Commander's live again.
Is it?
Well,
back?
Just to throw something out there to people with Omega stuff that have got it already. And if they're tying their tech center up, trying to get from level 31 to max, don't do it. Because if you remember when they released Kicks, I told you what was going to happen. At one time of day, our biggest margin of the upgrades was the final one. Now it's not. When you reach level 31 at that Omega, that's where you get your biggest boost. The rest of it doesn't change much. I've got all the Omega versions and they're all maxed out. And a level 31 Omega unit will do just as good as what a level 40 will. I've tried it. We've tried it in bases with some of my friends. Once you get to 31, don't worry about going to 40. That's just a pride thing. That's why I've done it. But when it's 31, don't continue with it. Go to something else that's more important. Because from 31 to 40, you're not getting a big deal of bonuses. It's not like it used to be where from 39 to 40, you get a big advantage. It's from when you change it to Omega, that's when you get your big advantage. So don't concentrate on them. Go to something different.
It's crazy.
Hey, Doc,
Yeah,
you see my screen share?
I've seen the screen share. Yeah, voted #1 hardcore game about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Because it was, and this is it. When War Commander launched, it was huge. It was massive.
Right.
And Paul Priest and David Scott and Will Harbin were giving interviews all over the place. And companies only do that. And I'm quoting somebody here, and he's either going to be quite happy that I quoted him or pissed off that I quoted him. But that's irrelevant. Companies only give interviews and only come out of the woodwork when the company is doing well. And at the moment, for about two and a half years, you don't see height nor hair of either of them. Paul Priest or Will Harbin or David Scott. I know they're still there. I mean, I interviewed Paul Priest on the Vega Live show back in March of 2015, along with the other Vega guys. But that was back then, and this is now, and that was a completely different game. You won't get the president of War Commander or the operating officer of War Commander on anything. He's pretty much hiding from everyone else because that's what they do. You've only got the likes of Sulaco and Wrongthinker. Even Wrongthinker as a dev, his place is not in the forum. His place is at his desk working on the game. But he takes his time to address the community and address the community concerns. And that's why I have a huge amount of respect for anybody else that does that. There's one BP developer that's done it before. Don't know if he's still there, and I don't remember his name. And Cade, who used to work on Vega, and that was that. There were very few guys that will come out and say, "Look, this is what's going to happen. This is what needs to happen. This is what we're planning for the future." I mean, with some of the stuff that Wrongthinker has said and done in the past and in the present has been great, and it has also been diminishing. We were all there the night the Legion changed, and we were all there the night War Commander pretty much blew up. I mean, we nearly killed the forum doing it.
Wasn't me.
Yo, I'm doing a screen share of the new 70.
You got the new 70 up?
Yeah, I've got the new 70 up as well.
I'll throw you on present now, Martin. That's a 70?
Yep.
That looks like the 45.
See?
No,
that's
the 70. That's the Master 60 base. What's the 45?
Yeah. Here's 45.
You guys also have to remember every time they do this, they're just gonna change it. They're just gonna change it.
That's backwards.
I'll message Solaka now.
Yeah,
that is very backwards because that.
Do not message Solaka anything.
They've got that.
Do not mention fucking anything.
They've got it backwards.
Yeah, no, they don't. It's perfectly working as intended.
You guys better go hit those bases now.
Well,
as soon as I can get past the system overload.
Hey, well, no, it's not a system overload. It's something new. They're allowing a certain amount of people to log in at a time, so that doesn't.
Yeah, I'm in.
Who's got music?
Whoever's got the music.
Jordan, turn the music down.
I want to get the YouTube banned, whatever.
That is.
Yeah, Jordan doesn't know that. Yay! I got through 59%. And it stopped.
You can expect a second downtime before tomorrow.
And not if I can get my shadow up today.
Shadow Ops won't start till Friday morning.
I know.
It does not start till tomorrow, so it doesn't matter if you do it now. It's irrelevant.
Yep.
That was a problem with
I
that.
don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm pretty sure this base is a lot harder than the 45 setup. 100% guaranteed it's a lot harder. I don't know what anybody else is talking about.
I'm sorry, but no.
No.
Because that's the Master 60 base, and the other base is the 115, I believe.
God damn you guys.
If this is a new 70, I'm going to be getting so many parts.
Well, that doesn't matter anyways. You can't get those rerun bonus parts until the 5th or whatever when they decide to open it up.
There is a precedent for those bases, and I can do those bases with ease. With a crap ton of Mavericks. That's how I did it in the event with Missile, so it'll be the same way I repeat.
When in doubt, missile it out.
That's the way to do it, brother. You have got a heavy flak on that side, Martin, so watch it.
Oh, I'm not worried about the heavy flak at all.
Well, I don't have the O-Tighten up yet, so.
Oh, fuck you, Talon. Fuck you.
Those talons. Although they
That's if you have a sandstorm and you run your sandstorm with the Titan, those talons die fast.
They do die very, very quickly.
Unfortunately, I don't have a sandstorm.
You don't have a sandstorm?
Nope.
Well, shit.
You'll get it, Muffin. Don't
Wait
worry.
till
Well, I have some good news, I guess.
Wait till they drop it. It'll come back.
These bases are probably 100% correct.
Okay.
What?
Yes.
You've
I said
got to
probably.
be kidding me.
Well, maybe they're well, probably.
If this base is correct, somebody, I'm not going to say it, but I really want to say somebody needs to get fired.
Are you going to say if these bases are correct, you never want to be right?
No, because I am the immortal Dr. Phil, and I am never wrong.
Right.
They are 100% the correct bases.
Wow.
That's bullshit.
Excellent. That makes me very happy.
It does not make me very happy because they just screwed over every low-level player in the game.
Not really, because then they can just get the high-level bases easier.
If you couldn't do the Master 16 events,
Who's got the feedback?
Fear.
it's Phil.
Peel.
It's always.
Peel.
Guy have food peel?
It's his Mac.
Where'd he go?
He just dropped out.
He doesn't wear headphones. I mean, does he?
If that's what they classify as a 70 base, then
Do I have feedback now?
no.
I mean,
that's wrong. That is wrong.
I both like it and hate it because I like it because I can do it and do shadow ops, but I hate it because I shouldn't be able to jump back in this game after 5 months and do a 70.
Did you do it with the
Be
BFGX?
strictly looking at the 40.
I actually did do it.
This
I did do
base-
it with the BFGX and I did it with the 3 ultra tanks and a
This 70 base was exactly
And
the
a
same
missile.
base that they had in last month, but it was the 45. This base was the 45. This base should still be the 45, not the 70. That's backwards, and it's wrong. Morally
What
and
does the 20 look
ethically.
like?
Why don't you want the easier bit? I guess the 45 you could just PK to death, but like, let's face it, if you got max PKs, you could drop them on that other one.
Yeah, you could, and you could do it with Mavericks. You could do it with PKs. You can do this base is the same way. You can do this base with Mavericks with PKs.
I took more damage in this one than I did the other one. When the damage I took wasn't even all that much.
I took acceptable damage doing both bases.
Yeah, oh yeah, I took acceptable.
And I say acceptable for a very specific reason that I'm not disclosing live on the show.
Mothman, do you want a better way? Do you want a better way to hit that?
What you got?
When you're starting off, bring like some hailstorms or cyclones or whatever straight down the very bottom, like where that I can show you. I'll show you guys. It's probably easier.
Shit, the YouTube.
Sorry, I'm just playing around with this.
Yeah, that's good. I got that base. Pretty down locked.
Yeah, Mick's got it perfectly right. This 70 is the 45 from the last Shadow Ops,
Yes.
just with Vindicators in.
It's also one of the event bases.
Yes, the Master
Yeah.
Trap 60.
And that was really fucking easy. I had a
Do
harder
not
time on
expect
the
this to be
30.
70 base tomorrow morning. Seriously, do not expect this base to be the 70 tomorrow. It has to change.
Damn, almost had that hunter. It will. Now.
I mean, it might be easier for them to do what it is. I mean, yeah, it's going to fuck everybody off, but they're going to change the bases, and the crying is going to be huge. But I'm going to tell you now, no word of a fucking shit for lie, that has to change back.
That's the
And
only
we'll
change.
have to do the 115 as the 70 45. Because that's some fucking bullshit.
You took some damage to your.
Change.
You took a fair bit of damage to your Titan.
Yeah, I got a hunter hit me.
Okay.
Hey,
You
Doc.
can hate on me as much as you like, but that's the way I think about it.
Doc.
Yes?
Having the past several shadow ops, though, the 70s have always been easier than the 45.
The 70s always have been easier than the 45s, but that's not the point that I'm trying to make.
I know the point. The point you're trying to
The point
make
he's trying to make is it shouldn't be the same exact base from the event, especially the first. If they were going to copy something from the event, they should have made it the second base or the third. They shouldn't have made it the first master base.
The 70 is the second master base.
Oh shit! My
The
fault.
45 on the
Second.
other hand is the 115 base.
Yeah.
I think.
You want to know my opinion about all this?
No,
They have
because we
no-
don't care about your opinion.
They have lacked all fucking goddamn originality.
Can you present me?
Shadow Up bases used to be different.
Yeah, they've lacked originality. They either
They
either stop.
bases now.
They're either not making any more of these bases. They're just gonna copy them from the last one because they either don't have the money for it anymore because of Rogue Assault, or they've just lost. They've lost their way. They're thrilled to design the game.
At least with them copying the bases, we don't have to figure out a new way to do it because we've already been.
That was the fun. That was the fun.
That's the worst thing, Daba. I mean,
That's the
line.
point. Yeah, that's the point. It's the point of
the
it's the point of the strategy in the game. This is a strategy-based game, and without the strategy, it's just
We're
a game.
playing chess against the developers, not tic-tac fucking toe. And that's what they're doing. They're making us play tic-tac-toe. There's only so many ways you can put your X's and O's.
Only they've just gave us they just put an X and all O's and one X. That's what just happened.
Yeah. That's
I shouldn't be coming back from 5 months and be able to do this base with minimum damage.
I'm sorry, Jordan, but I mean, just to touch on what you're saying, I feel for you. I mean, I understand and I respect you want to play a game that drives your brain to break things down and to break the puzzles. And you're absolutely right. You shouldn't. Nobody in the past took a 5-6 month hiatus and came back and was like, "Oh, this is a breeze." You're stepping into something that's not going to keep you willing to continue on and to start back up. You're walking into something like, "Well, nothing changed. This is no fun. I'll just quit again and then quit for good." It's not good. That's not what they should be doing. They should be focusing on having the lower level, the 45, be a strategy-based but easy to accomplish base, and the 70 should continue to test the mind and the skill level of the advanced player. They've gone down this path for a year now, and I've seen it, and I don't stress it so much, but they're not testing us anymore. We used to have the old saying that, oh, they've just decided to go for the money and it's all just a spam fest and it's all just coin and dump all your, you said this last show. And I mean, you're jokingly say, I have a way to beat that base. Throw all your units at it, coin it, and throw all the units again. That's not playing the game. None of us want to do that.
Players.
Exactly.
I got about 4.5 hours damage fucking around on that base. No biggie.
Yeah. But the point of that statement is, none of us want to play that way, and that's not what we do. That's not how we play. We play to take, our unit and take out one target, and bring in a different unit and take out that anti-air target, and then bring our cyclones in and take out this. That's the fun. Yeah. That's the breaking a puzzle down and having a fun time, spending 3, 4, 5 minutes on an attack. Not
somebody should make a post on the forums and ask them what happened to their originality in making these shadow up bases.
Has the art department been downsized? Has that part of?
Somebody needs to ask them what happened to the challenge.
If you're gonna do that, do it in a constructive way, so I don't have to ban you.
Yeah, don't do it the shadow.
Okay, so I'll do it as an asshole, and Jordan can ban me for the first time ever.
But I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm sick of these bases being event bases. I miss my originality. I miss trying to work my way through it. That's why I look forward to the boss bases. I look forward to the boss bases because they're a challenge. There's something I have to think about how to destroy. These, I've already figured out how to do it. I just took one with like 5 minutes of damage to my air.
Well, you just need to take one right now. How easy that is.
Yeah, I mean, I dropped a couple missiles, rolled right through it. Problem solved.
No missiles, man. Why do you need missiles?
I'm going to say this.
It's for me, and I can get res at will.
the sick and
Did you
twisted
see? Are
way.
you watching how I'm doing it?
I'm not watching it. I do it my way.
Dude, my way is so much simpler.
That's your way. We don't all play.
It was like literally under 3 minutes to take the base.
You'll do it your way.
So
I have,
want you,
I have a reply from Sulaco. Give me a second.
letting you guys know, the devs and whatnot are looking at the bases and they're looking at the feedback on forums. So if you're on the forums, go ahead and type what you want about the bases, but not to the point where you get banned because they're looking for the feedback. So make a post or something about that.
Tell them you want originality.
I'm working on one right now.
That is what we want. We want something that we don't want it to be super fucking hard to where
No.
it blows our goddamn units out. But we want something that like it used to, where you had to think your way through. Yeah, okay, you took 5 hours of damage, but you figured out how to do it without taking 13 hours of damage.
Oh fuck yeah! If you would ask,
The bases,
I'm just making a point.
When they came out with the BFGX bases, those were the bases that I liked because they were just like, all right, we have this new unit we've used before, but never seen BFG like that, and it's mixed with all these units. And if you get close to one side, you'll take some damage, but if you get close to the other side, you're definitely gonna die. And the fact that you had to go, the first time I hit those bases, I went from 24-hour repair, I think it was, Anthony, to about 5 minutes.
Well, it was just like when he was doing the where Wrong Thinker had the boss base challenge for me. What base was that for?
Oh, that was the I know which one that was the Widowmaker.
Yeah, the Widowmaker. When every week a new base was brought out, or a new way to take the base.
Hannibal.
Yeah.
And and that was so much fucking fun. The bases were hard, but they weren't
impossible.
And it's your fault. Yeah, it's your fault. You exhausted all their mental abilities to create new.
It is my fault because I mean, what was the challenge? Less than what?
Get it in the first day.
Yeah, the first day was like.
Well, that was the first day, but you also had
less than about an hour damage.
Yeah, an hour, 2 hours.
Yep, and I took every single base he brought out for 8 weeks.
Well, you demoralized the design team.
That was the chess match we wanted because it was me, Anthony, and a few others that would keep constantly creating videos, no matter how many times they changed them. We would keep creating videos, and they would just be like, "Crap, we got to change them again because these people are finding out ways to do these with 5 minutes, 10 minutes repair."
Yep, it was so much fun. Now it's just an event base. Woo! Wow, I'm so excited. Let me do a backflip and have a
Jordan. Is that good enough for you?
What?
That I won't get banned. Yeah,
I won't get banned. Go on the forums.
I hope it's not long.
Go on the forums. Express that the difficulty levels are okay. It's not the difficulty levels. It's the design. It's the flair. It's the it's the shape of the puzzle pieces. Just it doesn't make it fun.
And we already have 3 posts. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yep, I've just put mine in.
I mean,
and you know what? If you can, use somebody else's post if it has a decent title, and you read their post and it goes along the lines of your opinion. Add to that post. Don't put 37 posts up for 37 different people.
No, I didn't try to do that. So
Shadow Killers.
I did not try to do that. I'm sorry. I thought I was.
Yeah, don't put my name nowhere on that goddamn post, or it'll be banned.
First Shadow Killer, we're posting this for him. Please do not ban.
Yeah, don't do that.
Ban.
Don't even bring my name up.
We're not even gonna get past Shadow. As soon as we see Shadow, it's banned.
In fact, any words in the sentences that start with S, just don't use them.
Yep.
Well, you have to say Shadow Ops, But
no, don't just say the ops.
Say ops.
Event.
S-O.
Nope, that's an S. That can stand for Shadow out. You feel me? Gotta ban him.
Hey, Dr. Phil liked it. Yay.
I mean,
is that my only like I'm going to get?
The Tech Center, this is 2 things. that they are lacking in game right now is originality and the tech center. These are two things I think that has brought a lot of people away from the game.
I will ask this then. I'll make a post about this, but I'll ask this right now. If me and Skip got one of the devs, like Wrong Thinker or someone above them, to hold like some sort of contest for, not even a contest, just like the best one gets put in. Make a base like your own. If you're good at Photoshop, use Photoshop to do it. Make a base, post it, and use that base as an event base or Shadow Ops base.
Jordan, I respect you 110%. You are my brother from another mother. But they already did that with a unit, and it never came to fruition. They spit in the face of the person who won that contest.
What unit? I remember that vaguely.
The last time they did a base, and if you guys remember, the last time they did a base, they used the 60. It was Elshad's base.
Yeah, that was Elshad. They did that, but there wasn't a contest. Was it? It was just they took him because he was one of the top elite players in the game at the time, and they copied his based on the analytics that they received.
But see, they would have no choice but to actually pick a base for this because they can obviously see players aren't happy with what they're coming up with.
I don't want a player base. I don't want another.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be a player base. The players make the base.
Yeah,
give the players a chance. Make the base for them. Hell, if you win, you
Fuck,
get
if
gold.
they do a good job, put them on the goddamn payroll because we need somebody who has some fucking originality.
What you just said right there, I think is
Shadow,
why
you've been nominated.
No.
Fuck
What
that.
you just said,
not
what
that
you
smart.
just said, what you just said right there, I think is why the first contest never came to fruition. It was, they came up with a great idea. I'm not saying that it was Harbin or anybody else, but somebody at the top turned around and said, no, you fucking don't. Because I think they didn't want to be held to a liability problem where the person would say, okay, well, you gave me this thing. I want some sort of, compensation, some sort of, payment or whatever for my design.
I have to forward you to Excise terms of service. Anything that you do in the game, say on the forum
their
that
property.
is related to Kixeye, is their property, not yours. So you get
Exactly.
nothing. You lose.
This is why if you post something and you get banned in forums, your Kixeye, the moderator who banned you, CM, they're not liable for anything of that because you're posting on them. You don't have free speech on Kixeye. Just like you don't have free speech in school.
You're using
or at your job.
Like you said, it's their forum. You're using their forum. It's like going to
it's like using someone else's tools.
Yeah.
Well, all I gotta say on the base designing is I know some motherfuckers who can design some insane bases. Hell fucking no, don't do that Kixeye, period, because some of us motherfuckers never get shit done ever again if they do that shit.
Let me do
what's
it.
this?
Len, Fa,
Expert
Shadow
Grenaders.
Killer.
Are Expert Grenaders any good?
Nope.
Hey, Doc.
They used to
Slavko
be.
responded to your.
Yes, I see that.
your
And he
response.
didn't do what I asked him for either.
Let me design the bases. I enjoy doing that.
Oh God, no.
Let me design the bases.
I have to clarify this. There is no.
I must rub the rock. Seeing that comment makes me want to rub the rock because I want to say something so fucking disparaging. You have no idea.
Rub it for all it's worth. Give it a massage. Circle and circle. Round and round you
There
go.
is no look of a boss base. Stop asking. I don't want another goddamn boss base. Which
But
means
no.
more elite parts, more elite units. It's ridiculous. You go make a shit of the parts to farm elite shit has to end. It's got to stop. Because the more you ask for boss bases and Omega units and elite units and high-end shit, you're going to bottle your tech center even further than it already is. I want to lessen the bottleneck rather than expand it. So quit begging for fucking other bases.
Do you really know what I want?
I need
Tell me
to
what you
bring
want.
it
What you
all
really,
on.
really want.
I want to see fucking events every 2 to 3 months.
Not gonna happen.
Not
Every
gonna
2
happen.
fucking weeks. I miss the
Not
old
gonna
happen.
days.
Right up.
What you will get is a new unit every week, and you will coin it. That's what you will get.
I
So,
know.
and if you don't like that, they'll
I'm
start
not
pushing
coining
2
it.
units a week.
I'm not coining it. Period.
They can't fix this fucking game enough to make me want to coin shit. I'm
All
sorry.
we really
Wait,
need is
what
the
are
old
these? What are the
event.
45s? What are these 45? Oh wait, is that the Shadow Ops?
Sentinel 45.
What are the Locust 50s?
There are none.
Okay.
I see them. I see a Locust 50.
Oh, okay.
Oh, those are for your cores and chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
you can't.
and silicones.
Hey, Jordan,
You don't have the
Yo.
missile bat. You don't have the weapons lab, so you're screwed.
Jordan, we got a new building called a
I
weapons
have a
lab.
weapons.
So it
I have a weapons lab.
Oh,
So
okay.
it takes special resources, chemicals,
I have a weapons
resources,
lab.
and
Okay, then.
whatnot.
Dubbo,
Yeah.
Dubbo, listen to what he's saying.
You know,
Like
I've had a weapons lab for a while. I have most of it upgraded, maxed out.
I'll put it like this.
This is the continuing problem. The more times, I mean, yeah, boss bases are great, and unless they can get another, I don't get it. This is when they did it with the E-Megas, they promised that this wouldn't happen.
I'm so fucking
And the
upset.
bottleneck
You guys
killed
don't
it.
even understand.
It made me quit War Commander the first time, and it's gonna do it again.
Question to the panel and those out on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
This will never happen, but who here would be mad if they just stopped releasing content for 6 months?
Never happened, and nobody
If they stop releasing content for 6 months,
If they stop releasing content,
War Commander.
yes,
War Commander
that
would die.
they have to release content. I would say if anything like that, they would have to release content every 2 months because 6 months. That's 6 months of the same unit, same strategy, same stuff that you can't dodge, like the
Never
Juggernaut.
mind that.
All
I
right,
can tell
fine.
you exactly who would
Do
be
it back bases
absolutely
and stuff, but
infuriated
no
by
new-
that. I can tell you who would be infuriated by that, and his name is Wrong Thinker. And it's every single person who works underneath him, because that would be 6 months where they're not getting money.
No, you like obviously new events and crap like that, but no new units for 6 months.
What's the point of a new event if there's nothing new coming into the game?
There's nothing. There's no point in doing the event.
What they would have to do to keep us, and we brought this up last night, and we brought it up before and over, for them to bring it out like that. I'm sorry, but they got to come back with the 5-second Thor upgrades for these fucking units. Okay, enough of that bullshit where he posted in there about level 6 or 7. All right, that's bullshit.
I say half time, and half 5 seconds.
I will say right up. In the past, on the other series, on the other show, I said, you know.
Wait, I have a quick
turned around
question.
and said,
For 90s, do you have to destroy every unit or just the buildings?
Just the buildings in the level 90s.
Oh, okay.
So back in the show years ago, everybody said, okay, you know, we only went from level 1 to level 6 or whatever on our units, and then it went to 10. And I said to everybody, it's going to go to level 20, and they're like, no, it'll never go to 20. And they said in the forums, straight from Kicksai's mouth, it'll never go that high. And then they went to level 15, and then they went to level 20s, and now we have level 30. Now going with that bullshit. And knowing that this is a game that can expand, they can make a unit have 77 levels if they wanted to. They just throw it in there. The point is, like Jordan said, it should be. Now, what's our top level unit? Is what, 40, right?
40
now,
is the top level.
No idea.
40, and if you revalue the upgrades, level 1 to level 20. Is a resource-based, time-based upgrade. We'll suffer for 20 fucking levels. All right? From 20 to 30, it's a resource and Thor upgrade, and the times are reduced massively. And I'm talking, say the upgrades from 19 to 20. Say
Thorium, it has to be a 5-second upgrade.
No. Hear me out. I understand, but what I want to do is I want to balance them and their steadfastness that the thorium 5-second is gone. I want you to hear me out. So say from 1 to 20, it's res based, and say just using a number, just follow me up here, okay? So you've gone up the upgrade scale. You get to level 19 to 20. Level 19 to 20 is of metal and oil, okay? But it takes you, say it's a 6-day upgrade or an 8-day upgrade, okay? Not some bullshit 37 whatever bullshit, okay? When you go from 20 to 21, you start adding into a small amount of thorium. Then reduces. You don't have a 10-day or 12-day upgrade from 20 to 21. You have
I think we lost him.
What's that
No,
sound?
can someone
It sounded like a chimpanzee is humping a rabbit.
That's Shadow.
That's Shadow's kids in the background.
No,
Do you
it's
want
Shadow in the background with the
presenting now?
chimpanzee.
I don't.
Honestly,
I
can
don't even
believe
know
it.
anymore. This is
Anyway, can someone present me?
why.
I want to show how stupidly behind we are in upgrades.
Oh no, I have a much better way of doing that because
Yeah, we already did that.
I can do it
Oh,
again.
did you guys?
I did it last night, but I can do it again. No, I can't.
Sorry. Ah, fuck. Fuck.
That is a loud sound.
That is a loud phone. Yikes!
Very loud.
Your face is a loud phone.
you cannot just fix this problem with thorium only.
No.
You have to reduce times. You have to add in another way, another tab or another queue to simultaneously do multiple upgrades at once, and you have to add thorium into it. But like I said, if you do, like I said, level 1 to 20 is time, level 20 to 30 is time with a reduction, and level 30 to 40 is thorium only and 5 seconds each level. The last 10 are 5-second upgrades. The 20 to 30, or excuse me, 30 to 40, 20 to 30. 20 to 30 is going to be time, but it's going to be a massively reduced time. And then the original, bell curve of time goes from 1 to 20. This way, it's complex. I don't know. There's no way to have a give and take with Kixeye and not suffer. You're going to have to suffer. But it's the difference between it's the difference between a knife wound and a paper cut. A paper cut might seem like nothing, but it's far more painful than getting stabbed. It just is.
I've had both, and a paper cut is painful as hell.
I know. I saw that.
But it doesn't hold anything to a broken heart.
Oh, really?
Wow.
You soppy son of a bitch.
Did you have to go there, Jordan?
Oh, man alive. I need a drink.
I don't know.
Now, I like Venom. I do like your idea, but I think level 1 through 10, fine, no biggie.
I could do 1 to 15 then.
1 to 15, fine. Yeah, okay. And then let's say when you go to for the Omegas and stuff, you go from, or you do advanced to whatever, For those units that you're doing that have those long upgrade times, sure, fine. 1 through whatever is massive amount of res and whatnot. The second level, you do the second wave from let's say 20 to 30 is
well, that's what I said, res and Thor, and reduce those times dramatically from a week down to, your first upgrade is maybe 2 days. So you're gonna feel the same. You're gonna feel the same pressure as you did from say level 5 to 6.
Now
okay?
I did like where they did it. It was at one point in time. It was from 1 to 10, boom. That was time based. Then from 10 to 15 was Thor based. And then from 15 to 20 is time based again, but with a reduction in time.
Yeah, it's exactly.
So that way I think would work for everybody. Is on when you upgrade it to your Omega unit, boom. Or the the level 31. It's
and then those last 10 tiers are 5 second. Bring us back that 5 second, because nobody, regardless of what you think of me, nobody is more absolutely visceral about when they removed the 5 second thorium. Thorium was put into this game for 5 second upgrades and instant repairs, and shit like that. That was the whole point of this random.
I would rather see, honestly, the time based on, and I know I'm going to get catch slack for it from you guys and everybody in YouTube and whatnot, but for the Omega, make that time based, but reduction. Do the instant upgrades for the middle area, so that way you can get it to that Omega.
I'm fine with that too. That advances the lower level players and gets them back in the game faster, so that they can go and do what they need to do to get, more progression. I don't mind that either. If you want to do time and then a massive swatch in the middle that becomes instant, that pushes you up, and then you go back to time. And again, that's a great strategy for them to increase revenue, because when you get all the way up there, you're like, well, shit, now all I got to do is finish the last 10 rounds. I'll coin here and I'll coin there.
Yeah, that would generate revenue for them. I think a lot of players would do it that way.
Would logic trump their ideas?
Yeah.
So,
not necessarily.
I would spend more on a game if it was working 100% proper. I've put thousands and thousands of dollars into WoW because it works great.
Yeah.
War Commander, I actually totaled it up last night. I spent maybe a couple $100 on the game, and I've been in this game for almost 6 years. I would happily spend a lot more coin if the game actually worked good and proper. I'm sorry.
Same here. I admit I've put enough money into this game over the time that I've played it. I have another car. I guarantee it. I know what I've spent in this game, and believe me, it's a ludicrous amount of money.
I don't need reminding. Venom, be quiet.
Yeah, but I don't resent.
Shadow Killer would have a nice new computer every year.
I don't resent. I don't resent.
A nice new computer, a nice moped, a good subscription to his midget porn fetish.
Hold on. Jordan, no amount of money in this world could cover that subscription. He's got the monopoly on it.
All right. we've pretty much fucking talked this bitch out at the moment.
Yeah.
Sorry about that shit from earlier, guys. My friends accidentally pocket dialed me like 3 times in a row.
But we call that butt dialing here in the States.
Yeah, I kind of
call that a moron.
Did he say?
I've been trying to call him back so he can get off, but he's not. But, hasn't called me back in a few minutes, so I should be okay.
It's called take the phone out of your back pocket.
Pretty much.
It's a difficult one to really nail down, and unless you can get on board with Wrong Thinker Run on Kickstarter to really get down and do this, there's going to be, we can talk it to death as much as we like, but until we can get them on board knowing what we know and what they know, there is going to be absolutely no change at all. We can push and push and push for it, but until we can sit down and have a conversation, it's not going to happen.
Well, yeah, the sad part is if everyone was more steadfast when they originally tried to take the thorium 5 second away, if we had stuck to our guns in a really massive uprising against it, then it might not have been such a difficult thing to ask to be, reintroduced back into the game now. So I don't hold a whole lot of anticipation that that's going to happen.
It already proved that. When the whole thing happened with the Legion, practically everybody and his mother rebelled against it, and for the longest time, nothing happened until we constantly pressed, and the way we did it then was bad.
Yeah, that's right.
It was very bad, and it was bad for
You guys
all
were
of us.
assholes back then.
But
Yes, we were. It's
I
nothing more to
was
say.
never an asshole.
Yeah, you were never one because you were always one.
I was misinterpreted. That is all.
No, you were an asshole.
Sure you were, Shadow.
Nobody
you were
understood.
A big bottle of aviation fuel thrown onto a fire. That's what you were. Or you were a little bottle of aviation fuel thrown on.
No, do we all remember the nickname Shadow had called Teddy Bear?
Oh God, Jack still calls me that
Teddy bear.
Yeah.
because
Oh.
that's all I was. I was an innocent. I was just an innocent victim of circumstance. That's all.
Uh-huh. Right.
Skip's in the chat, and she just said it. She said exactly what I'm thinking. When we can hear Wrong Thinker in person, we'll better understand what's being planned. Hopefully.
Absolutely.
The only plan I want, I'll be honest, guys, the only plan I want to hear is them getting to the point where we can separate our air from ground.
We need to
And
build
we
a wall
can use
between air
our
units and ground
unit-
units.
Shut up.
We can use our units. We can use our units within, a couple months instead of having to wait 3 fucking years.
I haven't heard Jordan say the F word yet. I was hoping to stoke him. Fuck your feelings.
That's my
Hey, I bet you money Daba cursed when he seen his car.
Dobby
I think he said, "Oh fudge."
I actually
Or-
did not. I was just dumbfounded with the loss of 4 words that people would do that.
He was just like, dag nabbit.
Dang, damn it.
All I gotta say is the flying doobie fudge packer is coming, folks.
It's the Dildenberg.
And when it gets here, I'm going to put you all in a spunk bubble.
Oh, no.
It's definitely gonna be a spunk bubbling good time. Yes, we're talking about the Herald, folks. And
If you could have heard the conversation during the pre-show, you'd understand.
I think they just did.
yes, but it truly is a flying doobie fudge packer that is gonna rain spunk bubbles down on everybody.
It's the David. It's the flying douche.
It is. It's a giant douche. But when I get mine, I'm gonna run my Dildenberg straight through your CC.
Hey, killer! I'm gonna exit our server if you want to go over there.
Well, it's about time for me to log out because I gotta go play.
Oh, it's about time to wrap this bitch up anyway.
Yeah.
Catch y'all later.
stay
I'll
there
talk
for
to you
5
later.
All right.
Okay, fuck you then.
Nope.
See you later.
Later. Right, David. Shout outs, please.
Shout out to the panel for being here. Shout out to you, Phil, and SK for doing the show. And what the hell? Holy crap.
Shout out to the emergency broadcast system doing its local test.
Holy crap. No, it's not a test. It's actually an emergency alert for something. I don't know what.
Donald Trump pressed the red button.
Yeah, Donald Trump pressed the red button, but that's besides the point. Shout out to YouTube viewers out there. Skip Jack for showing up tonight, and later, and everybody else that's going to be watching this show later because they will. So that's it for now.
Dava, shout outs, please, brother.
To anyone watching this show, go on to the Unshackled page and you will see these discussions, whatever, links. Please be constructive in the forums and give Kixeye feedback on everything they do because, they want to know how you are. But, now my shout out is for everyone who actually goes and does that and does continually provide good feedback and doesn't troll those posts and all the polls that we make and all that. What's his name? Dark Shadows made a post. Did we post that in YouTube at all?
No.
Or anywhere?
Somebody will do it later.
There's a poll there. I had one for the event, and so just get on there and provide feedback. But they got the Bastion bases out today. They weren't out, so Kixeye's making small steps forward. But hopefully we can get an answer for those questions. The wrong thinker. Oh yeah, and don't forget about the rave run tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern. So it'll be 24 and a half hours from this moment that this is being recorded. I guess, whatever.
The post will go up anyway.
Yeah, I forgot that people watch this on the rerun, and so I'm just like 24 hours, but it's now 9 Eastern right now, so 24 hours from now.
Be 9:30 Eastern for that one. Filipino. Shout outs, buddy.
I will give a shout out to all the fangirls out there in the cosmos that just love to fawn over us. I look forward to making new enemies sometime soon.
God.
Be on the lookout, guys. If I come to your sector, be prepared to cry. All right, I better stop there.
Yeah, you better stop there. That was creepy as fuck, but thank you. Iron Man, can I have a shout out, please? Well, no, fuck you then. Satan, can I have a shout out, please, bud?
Yes, just shout out to the panel, apart from David, obviously, and the guys on YouTube with some good questions. And I will be seeing you all tomorrow night, so prepare your bases.
Excellent, excellent. Shadow, do you want to go last, or?
I'll go now.
Good.
Yep. I want to shout out to everybody on the panel. Thanks for coming out. You guys out on YouTube, y'all kick fucking ass. Like you guys said, like it was said, if you're gonna make a post about this, be constructive. Don't be a dick. All right. There's only one dick, and he got permanently fucking banned forever. So don't do it. I regret it now, but you know it is what it is. Make your comments constructive. We need to have the change in the tech center. All right, it's a must-have. You know, all these ideas and all that everybody throw out is cool and all, but I'm sorry. What we need is one of two things. We need the thorium upgrades, or we need a new tab. That's it. I mean, it's fucking simple as that. There's, you know, nothing else that needs to be said or done about it. That needs to be changed. You know, he can say what the fuck he wants, but it's something that we've been asking for a long fucking time. And him just now wanting to bring it up, sorry, but that just angers the shit out of me. All right, that's why I've been quiet most of the night, because I'm straight out pissed the fuck off, man. I am not a happy camper.
Rub the rock. Rub the rock.
And it's just better if I just stay quiet so I don't fuck anything up. But that fucking post about level 6 and level 7 units, he needs to take that shit the fuck off or play the fucking game. All right. But other than that, thanks for all coming out. We'll see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for our rave run. I've already got the name in my head, what it's going to be called. Be War Commander Unshackled Rave. Get juggy with it. Yeah, bitches.
Ding ding.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
Yep. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks a lot, Phil, for hosting this, man.
No worries, man. It's what we do. We're Unshackled. Venom, can I have a shout out, please, bud?
Well, yeah, I got quick shout outs, but first I want to get this on air for the people that come and watch the show after the chat on the side is gone. Skipjack can't be with us on the show right now, so I want to reiterate what she's saying out in chat. And that is right now the thorium boosts that we had, get them before, I guess would be about 2 o'clock Eastern time or midnight, I suppose, Pacific. While those bases are out there and paying off that large thorium, it's for the units with the 5-second upgrades. Things like, Liberators, Howlers, Acolytes, the Fairies, the Fury systems that they have. Get all that thorium, use it for these builds, get the new units up and in your base and running. Okay? So that's a get it while you can kind of thing.
Yep.
That's for her. So big shout out to Skipjack for keeping us informed, keeping our words flowing in the direction of Kixeye, keeps Kixeye's words flowing in the direction of the community. It sucks being in the middle and being a go-between, but goddamn, she's a good one. That my shout out for her, my shout out for my wife, being the other lady that I have to respect, because otherwise she'll cut my dick off. Shout out to the community for putting up with our crazy wackiness, sticking with us, 56 of you right now, and I'm sure many, many viewers to come. Keep your posts in the forums on topic, respectful, stress your points, but don't stress out. You know, we all together make a bigger wave than just one of us blowing bubbles under the ocean. All right, so peace, bitches.
Martin, can I have a shout out, please, bud?
To 49 and Raid, good team. To Skip, always voice of reason, good info. Dr. Phil and his wall of text and his bag of dicks. And to Shadow, yes, I truly do understand why you're upset after reading that. Yeah, I understand. To the whole panel, thank you guys for always, having me on when you can. And that's all I got.
Excellent, excellent. So before I wrap this up, my shout outs go out tonight. One out to Skip Jack on the panel, not on the panel, in the YouTube chat, who's dishing out information. It's always good to see you in the YouTube chat, and the information is definitely appreciated by everyone here and everyone who managed to see the chat. And I hope that we got the information you provided out there for everyone else. I want to give a shout out to everyone on the panel tonight, everyone that's in the YouTube chat, all of the guys that will watch the replay later on. And I want to give a shout out to Kixai and to Wrong Thinker, and for specifically good luck in dealing with whatever bullshit that's going to come your way from upper management, because you will hit the bullshit, and I know you'll hit the bullshit. And it's going to be a hell of a ride in that respect. I also want to give a shout out to My Dick's Enormous and Firebirds for something that happened earlier today, or rather, it was like 8 o'clock in the morning for me, so it would have been like midnight US. I don't know whereabouts in Australia at the time, but those two threw down yesterday, and it was absolutely fucking hilarious. I totaled up the repairs on one of the guys, and it was almost 13 days of repair, and it was fucking hilarious. So thank you guys for that amusing, if you would call it a fight, but it was more of a for the first time in my life I was speechless. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys. So I want to thank everybody for coming, and we'll see you tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern, for, well, here come the jugs. Good night.